Hi, I'm Trevor Nell, CEO of FOURWAYS Community Chamber, and in the room today I've got the chairman of FOURWAYS Community Chamber, Mr. Sabelo Mahlalela. You better say that for me, Sabelo.
Sabelo Mahlalela.
Thank you very much. And a much easier name, one of the founder members, Ian Johnson.
Hi.
Okay, how do you say Johnson?
Just Johnson's good.
All right. Folks, we've had a very interesting day today, visiting with some of our chamber members. And I'm just going to find out some of the impressions of what's going on in the business community within the FOURWAYS area. So perhaps, Sabelo, if I can start with you. What did you pick up from the visits today? What sort of feeling of what's going on in this economy? Are there opportunities or is it dead? What's going on?
Well, my experience today was exciting. I think there's a lot of opportunities happening in the marketplace right now. We met, one of very exciting business in the chemical industry. Business that has got huge potential, and is a member of our chamber. And we really would like to support that business.
So just give me your first impression when you actually walked into the business, and I don't want you to give away who it was and whatever, but when you walked into the business, what sort of level of organization or lack of organization, what did you get as a feeling about this individual running this business the moment you walked through the door?
Yeah, you see, where the environment was very welcoming. Firstly, it's a family-run business for a period of about 20 years, and the vision is very clear. What she wants to do about the business, where the business is currently. So it's a well-run business, and all what she needs really is just support there and there. But otherwise, the business is the impression was very good for me.
And I'm just thinking, I want to roll you back a little bit. When you introduced yourself to her for the first time, you actually mentioned why we went as a collective group from the chamber. Yeah. Can you remember that little introduction?
Yeah.
What did you actually say to her?
What I said to her, firstly I said, look, I'm a proud member of the chamber. I'm happy that we have founded the Chamber of Commerce, and we are there as the chamber to support our members. And we were there visiting one of our members to identify possible areas of interventions, possible areas of support, and also to learn from the challenges that our members are having in business, and also how we could work together so that they can succeed in business. Because our interest is to support our members to succeed in business. Because when they succeed, we also succeed. The collective success that will be expressed by the chamber is a success of our members. Once our members succeed, we also succeed.
I thought it was just a stunning introduction, because in actual fact, Ian, why did we really go there?
Well, I think that at the chamber there's a lot of companies that businesses that come to the chamber, and as we found out today, people are successful, and there's no question this company has been very successful, but they want to move to the next level, and the collective is much more powerful than the individuals, and suddenly it's not a case of what you know, but it's who you know. And just in those discussions, unlocking potential opportunities for her to get to her objective of tripling her turnover, it suddenly becomes quite realistic when you start looking at the collective sort of interest that we have and the networks that we have. And most importantly is the level of quality of members, and certainly the founding members, their collective experience. And there's very little, if not any, areas that we don't have a representative or ability to actually help companies to grow.
So I want to get on to that. I want you to boast about yourself a little bit here, because you're the quietest member of the whole group whenever we're sitting in there. What are you great at? What are you skilled at? And why were you excited from your professional perspective, your background in that particular meeting today?
I think, I think probably one of the things that I'm quite good at and I like doing is just getting things done.
Quite good.
And that's not, that's just a matter of, for me, it's just understanding what the next step is, and then what do we have to do to get to the next step. That's kind of how I simplistically get from A to B. So that's the way I've approached any businesses that I've been involved in. And I just looked at that meeting today, and I could just see the little steps that had to be taken and the discussions we've had around the business. And it's really exciting because I think that she's a very good businesswoman, and she's exactly where she wants to go. And she does. She needs a little bit of help in order to get there. And I think there's expertise that can actually take her there.
So from your specialist expertise, what is it?
Well, really, it's on the business strategy, the sales strategy, the methodology, the implementation, the measurement, most importantly, and then the management. So it's as Sabella refers to as business development. So you can loosely call it sales, but it's all about business development. It's all about the strategy that you need and all the processes that fit in and lock in behind it. It's not, everybody can do a strategy, everybody can put something together, but it's actually how you implement, measure it, and manage it. That's a critical factor.
So if you just take from your own perspective, I mean, would you love, just as an individual, forget all the rest of us that went along there. There were 4 of us that went along to go and have a look at this operation. But put your own cap on, your what's in it for me. Yeah. To what level of excitement would you be at in putting your specialist skills behind that business, and where could you take it from? Let's just, the thumbs up, say it was doing 25 million a year. Put in your specialist skills alone behind that business. What do you think you could take it to?
Well, I think obviously over a period of time stage, but I think, if I think in a 2-year period, I think you could at least double that. And the reason I say that is
2-year period, 50 million.
Yeah, if not more. Yeah.
And what 1, 2, or 3 things gave you that clue that you could do that in that enterprise?
Firstly, the product. Secondly, the area in which she wants to take the business, which she's presently not in, which is huge and untapped. Thirdly, the product range that she's now developed, which is kind of the environmentally friendly, which is kind of exactly the space that a lot of businesses are going to, especially in industries like the food industry, where that's very, very important. And I think that those factors, for me, there's just so much opportunity there. If you've got the right products and you clearly target and identify the markets you want to go to, kind of you're 90% of the way there. You really are, I think. And
so I'm going to switch across to Sabella, because I'm going to ask him exactly the same question. I'm going to say, take your chamber chairman's hat off, okay? We get rid of this, we get down on dirty. If you were man alone at that particular session, would you like to have been man alone, by the way, in that session, without the rest of us interfering?
Yeah, I would have loved to be alone. And
Why?
I could,
Why?
Because I'll tell you what, that business, is very exciting. And I agree with Ian around the product. That product is a consumable product. Everyone in the country uses that product.
And we've been very cagey. We're not talking about the product and all that sort of thing, but I want people to get an understanding of what's exciting about what we do on a daily basis in our local economy. Okay, because I get the feel that most people turn around, they look at the political situation, they look at the economic situation, and they say it's gloom and doom. But we don't see that.
No, we don't.
Okay. So I want you just to expand upon what would excite you from your own cap. And let me rewind a little bit more. Please explain your own cap. Who are you? What is your specialist skill? And what is your company that has you interested in looking at operations like this?
Yeah, look, in addition to be a member of the chamber, I also run my own business. And my business is an investment company. We have diversified our interest in different areas, And one of the areas where we are involved is in the facilities management space. We are also now into fiber installations. We are into training. We are into We have now just gone into the telecom space. We are now also getting into waste management space, and we're interested into manufacturing. So when I saw that opportunity, and I said, "Wow, this is a product that is in the manufacturing space, and this product is it's a consumable product, and I know that every single person in this country or in the world uses this product in one way or the other, and without really going into the specific area, but the demand for this product is there." So looking at it and also knowing the opportunities, especially in South Africa, around preferential procurement, there is a product that is in demand that can be procured by big players, whether they are corporates, whether they are into government institutions, etc., because it's a product that is being used. And I said, look, they've got a product. They've already established a manufacturing facility. It's just a matter of how do you package it and tweak it in a way that you unlock the potential of this product. So I was very excited. I would say if I was alone and I wanted to have a very
deal there,
there, I will have no problem to have that kind of a discussion because it's a very good product.
Well, let's just take it a little bit further, because one of the reasons that I was interested to get you there,
yes,
is we recognize that South Africa is positioned at a particular stage right now where transformation in the business sector and within the economy is absolutely critical. So the factor that I identified there was a white-owned business in a dispensation that's completely changing in this country. Okay, and what's exciting for us about this new dispensation, and how can it work where it uplifts all the players together? What's your view and take on that? And let's take her as the example. If you can describe from your perspective what's exciting about what can roll out with an operator like that.
Yeah, you see, in South Africa, we now have a huge opportunity as South Africans. As citizens of this country, there are pockets of experience, expertise, knowledge, and resources located in different areas of our country. What is required, or let me say, what is an opportunity, is to enhance the different opportunities that are there, different expertise that is there, different resources, and work together. In other words, if it so happened, like in this case, you have this business which is owned, run as a white-owned business, but its potential can be constrained if it is not structured in a way that complies.
Because we're talking scorecard classifications.
100%.
Yeah. So they
yes,
might have, let's thumbsuck, they might have a scorecard classification level 4.
100%.
All right, meaning that she cannot do business with who?
Yeah, because basically is the preferential procurement policy, whether it is applied in the public sector or in the private sector, it goes in terms of the BE compliance. It goes in terms of the scorecard. So the better compliant she is, the better the chance for her to do business, more business. So in other words, Ian is talking about increasing the turnover from a let's say about
25 million to 50 million.
To 50
yes.
million,
Yep.
right? But for that to happen, she has to have access to a supply opportunity. So you'll find that if she is not compliant, the preferential procurement policy would not be in her favor. But should she complies with the preferential procurement policy in such a way that her business becomes attractive, she is likely to be able to get supply contracts. In other words, it makes it possible for her to to be able to reach that target. So the opportunity, the transformation issue, is a real issue, but it's an opportunity.
And it's very exciting.
Yes.
Okay, because someone who actually thinks through this particular model can actually get themselves to where they want to be a lot quicker. I mean, Ian, in your mind, as she stands currently, to move her from, say, 25 million to 50 million to double that, what sort of time period in your mind? In fact, I asked you that question in the car coming back. What sort of time period would you, under current structure, think that could be achieved?
Well, I think, as Sabella said, under the current structure, there's quite a few changes that will have to be made. Manufacturing needs to be sort of looked at in terms of a little bit of automation and become a little bit more effective. But if, as Sabella says, with the right structure in place, we're able to unlock the right doors, I don't think it's unrealistic to get to the 50 million in a 2-year period. Given the opportunities, the products, as Sabella says, whether you're in your kitchen or whether you're actually cleaning your factory, the products are used by this wide, complete spectrum of people on a daily basis. It's just enormous, the potential that exists. And
but you're excited about it. I mean, you've been bubbling since we
it is. I mean, we as you know, we've been and seen a lot of businesses and a lot of opportunities, but they kind of sort of peter out and there's lots of issues with them. But this one is just one of those, I suppose it's just like a little nugget that's come up, and it's the owner of the businesses, they're saying, that's where I want to go. I need the help. Kind of they're standing saying, please help us. And we've got the expertise, and it's just a matter of now having a discussion to say, well, how can we actually make it happen together?
And I'm reminded what you are doing every single day. You're the business development manager of our chamber members in the Northern Business Review, who actually tell the stories of all these businesses. So people are going to be able to read these stories. Yeah. We're going to post them on Facebook alongside this little conversation as well. On a daily basis, what's exciting you about the type of people you are meeting? What's going on out there compared to today? Are you excited about things that you do?
Yeah, I agree with you. As you said earlier, we tend to sort of err on the doom and gloom, and this is what's happening politically, and there's a lot of noise going on around us. But in the businesses that we're talking to and the businesses we're showcasing with the Northern Business Review, it's quite remarkable to see what potential exists and what people want to do with their products. And whether it's from entrepreneurs right through the big listed companies, everybody's out there trying to grow their business. There's no exceptions. Everybody wants more feet in the front door, so to speak. So it's great that there's that kind of opportunity, and really the working with the Northern Business Review is really quite refreshing because it allows us to showcase and talk to all these companies, which is fantastic.
And Sabella, from your perspective, the feeling of, I see it as a feeling of abundance that's coming out of the chamber members that are working. What's your feeling of, what's your read going in the marketplace and the type of people in the marketplace and the type of people that you're actually meeting within these environments of the chamber? What are you feeling is going on out there in this entrepreneurial world that we mix in all the time?
I see, entrepreneurs who are hungry for success. And they want like-minded people, and they are looking for solutions. They are looking for, help. But I see very committed entrepreneurs who really have their own business that they are running, and they want to move from one position to the next. And I see the chamber is creating that forum, that platform, where we could exchange ideas, where we could identify opportunities that we would not have been able to identify. So the excitement for me is great, and I think that there is a lot of prospects. There is a lot of positive energy in the space where we are. And I don't see people really seeing a lot of things in a negative light. They see that, yes, there are constraints, but they're hungry for success.
Okay, so we're extremely excited about what's going on. I'm going to wrap up this little session here just by sharing with folks and first timers. If this is the first time that you've actually come across FOURWAYS Chamber and you want to get to meet with Sabella as the chairman, founder member, Ian Johnson, who's a specialist in sales and can actually turn your business around very simply. Yours is strategic. Okay, and what you're doing from a macro perspective. We've got people in the enterprise development space. We've got specialist technicians. What we're really looking to do here is specialize in the social media space. And so this is courtesy of Electric Air Lasercast. You've got to meet Tom London. One day we'll get him in front of the microphones, I hope. But all of us are getting together to actually power up the economy from our local base at the FOURWAYS Chamber. And you can come along. Come and have some coffee with us on a Friday morning, 9:30 through to 11 o'clock every Friday morning. If you're a first timer, you can get in there, get to hear what we're all about. We've got a legendary life coach and specialist in the field of life and business by the name of Mike Williams this Friday, and he'll be on there for a good couple of Fridays. And then we have for the members, we have alongside a business networking event where we actually sit and share and say, okay, how can we make a couple of million here? How can we do this here? Or if you're a startup, we put you in an environment where you can actually learn to start up your own business as well. But we're there for all different skills, levels, experiences in business, and that's how we attracted each other. We came from networking, correct? Anything you'd like to wrap up with?
No, I think you've covered quite well, Trevor. We're a Chamber of Commerce. We are there for the community, FOURWAYS and beyond.
Yeah. Ian, from your perspective?
Yeah, absolutely. I think just the opportunity to network with like-minded people, and who knows what comes out of those opportunities, is fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And what we'll do is we'll continue this level of conversation. Perhaps on a weekly basis, we'll ask Tom and Electric Air how often we can bring people in here. And if you want to get in as a chairman or CEO of a company, I can tell you we're going to start running monthly Chairman's Club. So if you want to get into this type of environment, give us a call. Get onto the Facebook site. We'll put the details there and we'll get you around this table. That's if you've got an abundance thinking mindset, right? Thank you very much.